going on, yeah. They're crossing over legs.
Is there any music? So we have to do musical chairs, like. And sit down.
Is hers louder than mine? It better not be. I can't have Evie Fry's
Basically,
being louder than Jacob's.
Now that you're sitting there, you're not on camera.
Well, hi everyone. We're back here at the MyMBuzz stage.
Hey,
And
where's our fireplace? Where's
Where
our
is
log
it?
fireplace?
I
That's what
know.
we need right
It's
now.
black right now. It's dark. It's just gone out. The fire's
Dark.
just
We
gone out.
need something there.
Some marshmallows.
Some marshmallows. We just toast them away.
Warm lights in the background. We'll get something up there. So we are here back at the MyMBuzz stage live in Liverpool, and I'm really proud to welcome Paul Amos and Victoria Atkin from Assassin's Creed.
That's
Hi,
great.
guys.
You got my name right. You didn't say anus. That's awesome. Thank you.
And
Should have.
we should change it later. Amos. Amos. Okay. And so you guys are back. You're here, obviously promoting Assassin's Creed. But you guys not normally in England anymore, is that right?
Yeah, we live far, far away in a kingdom.
In Netherlands.
And I'm from Wales, so I try to stay as far away from England usually as possible,
No,
especially on International Rugby Day.
So is it fun to be back?
It's so lovely to be back. I was saying to some of the fans earlier that I used to live in Liverpool on the Albert Dock because I was in
wow.
Hollyoaks for 2 years.
Yes.
So I was filming here and driving to the studios around the corner, and it was great. So it's really lovely to be back. So yeah, I flew in from Los Angeles last night. Very long flight and a long drive up, but it's really great to see everybody, and I'm so happy that all the Assassins fans have come out in full force today.
Well, it's great to have you here. And Paul as well, when did you get in?
I got in, well, I went to Wales because it was my birthday yesterday. So
Happy birthday.
thank you. Thank you. And yeah, then I drove up this morning all the way from 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. It was a slow drive. There's so much roadworks. I just want to talk about the traffic personally. And if I see another 50 miles an hour sign, don't you just hate it? It's the worst speed to be driving at. I want to poke my eyes out every time I go through a 50 miles an hour. And it's even worse on the weekend when they're not even doing roadworks. And can we just get rid of the
Where is
50?
everyone?
We all know the cameras are off.
Actually, this worse than the 50 is a standstill, which was me for 4 hours yesterday.
No, 50's worse than a standstill.
No.
Standstill, you know where you're getting. But
A
the
standstill,
50,
you can't do anything.
I
You
want to
can't
go
get out.
70.
Especially if you're in a fast car, right?
And there's 3 open lanes and there's no road workers. Let me...
What are you doing? So, moving on from the traffic.
I came in a really good mood today.
Should we talk about Assassin's Creed? Because you guys
Yeah, that
played.
thing.
We could
Yeah.
talk about that as well. So you guys played Jacob and Evie Fry, twins on the show, and Assassins. And what was it like to film that, especially in the motion capture suits?
It was fantastic. It was really good fun. We had lots of time to play and run around and live in Victorian England. Yeah, we had a really great time. It's about 6 months intensive for 6 days a week in Toronto. So
Wow.
I flew over there, and Paul was living there and showed me around, and we had a really good time. It was lots of fun. They flew a lot of actors over from England as well. We got to work with some really great talent, so it was fun.
She would never have survived without me. If, you know,
Oh,
she needed me in Toronto.
You protected her.
Yeah, she needed me.
Protected me.
I was protecting her. I don't know about that.
I'm not sure.
You're lucky you didn't get spiked by the hot peppers. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was to say, he protected me from food poisoning. He's a pretty good chef. He cooked for me a few times, but apart from that, I don't think he protected me from much else. But
So you did a bit of family bonding then before you
Family, yeah.
Yeah,
started
and
divorce.
I remember Ubisoft at one point. They were like, "You two live together, huh?" And I was like, "We did not live together."
and then there was all these things that we started doing press, and they were like, "Oh, you know, you spend every day together." You like, I thought, oh my God, is this somebody trying to build this up into something that is definitely not? I was like, most of the time we just bicker, and then this is it. This is basically brother sister
And she would
stuff.
occasionally babysit my child, my
Oh,
daughter.
yeah. That's the only reason I really hung out with him, because he's got a little girl who's really fun.
Oh,
That's
So
I
it
don't
wasn't
really-
him, it
it's
was
not
his
Paul
daughter.
at all.
Yeah.
So did you learn something interesting about each other?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, I did.
That you'd like to share?
Learned many things about Paul. He probably doesn't know that I know. I'm joking.
Well, I know you know one thing.
Oh, what's that? Yeah, we learned. Yeah, we learned. I mean, we had to. We were working together quite closely every day. I think we. All things aside, Paul was great and showing me around Toronto, and we did have a lot of fun. It was good.
Well, one thing I found about you, I think is right, is that you used to be a professional slalom skier. Is that right?
Did. Yeah, I was.
Shut up! We're doing something over here.
It's just something really important, and it's live.
Jeez, who do they think they are? Just like. What is that there?
that'll be you
That
in a
thing's
minute
crazy,
with the-
isn't it?
with the
That
rugby.
dome inflatable.
Massive inflatable marshmallow.
Massive
Right.
inflatable femidom.
Femidom. Back to skiing. Yes, I was. I used to do dry slope skiing from 9 to 16, and got into the Southern Region squad for England, which was fun. I watched the Eddie the Eagle movie the other day, which was really great to see him. They shot some of it at a slalom slope in Bracknell that I used to go to a lot. So that was fun. Yeah, you have. They've got what's the thing at the side of it?
Like the tobogganing.
Yeah,
thing.
toboggan run as well. So yeah, we used to do a lot of training there. It was fun. So that was a
cool.
good movie to watch.
The guy playing Eddie the Eagle is nowhere near as ugly as the real Eddie the Eagle, though, is he? It's like unbelievable.
Yeah, well, it's a movie. Have to glam him up.
Yeah.
Glam up Eddie the Eagle.
was the
Glam Eddie the Eagle. maybe not.
glamming it. When they said they were going to make that movie, I was like, come on.
So are you sporty, Paul?
Am I sporty? Yeah, I played a lot of rugby when I was younger.
Yeah.
Up until I was about 18, I played to quite a high level.
I'm really scared right now.
I know, this guy's just, he's looking at me. I feel he works for Ubisoft, and I'm going to say something out of line. He's just going to get the laser on me and fucking shoot
Do
my
not
head off.
spoil anything. Yeah.
There's some great costumes today.
What game is that? What is that? Umbrella. It's Resident Evil, that's right, Resident Evil.
So you
The
guys
latter Resident Evils, not the early one that I played. On the PlayStation.
Paul, shut
One?
up. She's trying to do questions.
Oh,
All
shit.
right, you
Are you?
go,
Oh,
go
sorry.
for it. If you,
I'm just,
you want to talk Resident Evil,
I just
talk
can't stop
Resident
looking at
Evil.
your shirt. It's like a
Like the
kaleidoscopic.
magic eye, I know a little bit.
I know.
So were you guys gamers before you got the jobs in Assassin's Creed?
I was a gamer for a long time, and then I had a kid. And it doesn't mix very well. No. You know, I was supposed to be wiping my, child's ass, and instead I was completing things on the PlayStation 4 upstairs. So my missus wasn't very happy about that. So she kicked the PlayStation 3 out of my life.
And what was your game at that time?
My game at that I've always been big Call of Duty. But then I got this job, and I convinced my missus that it was a tax write-off for me to get a PlayStation 4. So it came back into
it was
my life.
practice, basically.
How often can you get a PS4 as a tax write-off?
And how about you, Victoria?
I used to play, and I just realized that it was shooting Nazis in Wolfenstein 3D. I realized that I played that as a kid. I'm not quite sure that I was.
That is
My mum
old
knew that
school.
I was playing that.
I'm old, but that's old school.
I'm still a lot younger than you.
Wolfenstein. Did you just hear
So-
that?
Yeah, so that's what I used to play, and Tomb Raider. But and
Yes.
all the other games like Theme Park. So I used to like building and making things, and The Sims
Yes.
as well. But nothing.
I'm going to age myself. I used to like Jet Set Willy. Did anybody remember Jet Set Willy? Yeah.
Well,
There you go.
Gee whiz, I am ancient. Wow. Manic Miner. I loved Manic Miner. Thank
Okay,
you for bringing that
nobody
back
knows.
into my life.
Well, we're going to go to questions from the fans in a moment. But I want to ask, when you're doing the scenes, when you're obviously shooting Assassin's Creed and you're filming in the motion capture, are you doing the fighting as you're doing the sounds, like as you're doing the voices?
we do the motion capture. Basically, it's shot the same as we would for a television or film.
Right.
So we shoot the scenes as we would, but the stunts and the actual big fight scenes are done by stunt men and women. And we had the same stunt man and woman for Evie and Jacob throughout it, and they're incredible. It's an incredible team of stunts that did that.
Yeah, I did a few of the stunts.
Yeah.
I actually did a lot on the fight in the DLC.
Yeah, he
The-
did the opening scene for the DLC.
You know that really
Paul did.
amazing fight scene that's in the DLC?
The only
Yeah,
one
most
Jacob's
of that
in.
was me.
The only scene that Jacob's in the DLC.
That was
Which
the
one
best.
did you do anything?
In the DLC?
Anything at all.
The
Stage
DLC
fighting.
I did. I mean, I'm the
Oh, you
only
did?
playable character in that.
But did you do any stage fighting?
I didn't really need to because they thought, well, I'm so irreplaceable that if I did it, it would be
So badass.
badass. Sorry, we'll get back to not bickering now.
I love it. You really are like a real
Sorry,
brother
this isn't
sister
even
sort of
fake.
couple.
Yeah. There wasn't much acting going on.
I have to mention as well, we're at Comic-Con, Lost Girl, you're Vex. You're amazing in that. You're
Oh, thank
really
you.
good.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
amazing.
Thank you.
And in a way, you're kind of athletic in that. There is one scene where you jump from a piano down in high heels. How did you do that?
I
a
don't know,
lot
with a
of
lot of
practice.
drugs. I don't know. Yeah, that was crazy. And the thing about that is that if you probably never, I don't know if you've seen Lost Girl, but it's a show that
Any
I was
Lost
in.
Girl fans
It's a really
out
good
here?
show. It's on Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
I suggest you watch it on Netflix. Binge watch it, 5 seasons. But there was a scene where I had to wear high heels. My character did. And I'd never worn high heels before in my life. And it was the first scene I'd ever done high heels in, honestly. And not in my private life either. I'd never done it before.
He has a whole wardrobe.
And I'm walking to set, and they're like, oh, yeah, we got this idea for you. So you see this stage there. You see the piano on the stage. Well, we've created these steps at the back. So we want you to walk all the way up there. So this is about 15 feet in the air. We want you to stand on the piano. We want you to walk across the piano keys. We want you to jump off the piano. We want you to do a cartwheel off the stage. We want you to grab this woman, swing her around, dance with her, and we want you to do it in one shot. So, most of the time we would cut in on that. And I was like, I've never walked in high heels before in my life. And funny enough, I did it. And I was really good at it.
You're amazing.
And then that made me think about my former life and what I might have been, because I can actually walk in high heels and do things that other people can't do. It's a superpower. Actually, there you go. That's my superpower.
You'd make a good woman.
I'm high heel
Walking in
man.
heels.
I don't think many people would cosplay
heel
as that, would they? How many high heel men do we have in here today? One.
All right, so have you guys got some questions for Paul and Victoria? If you want to stick your hands up and I'll come round to you. It's over here.
Who are your favourite characters apart from Jacob and Evie?
That's a
in
good question.
Assassins or?
Hello?
I
Who are
think
your
this is-
favourite characters apart from Jacob and
Okay.
Evie?
Mine's not
Huh.
working.
Who did I like? I thought Alexander Graham Bell was fun. And at one point, they wanted to not make him Scottish,
I know.
which was ridiculous. Like, we had to fight for that guy. I was like, he's got to be Scottish. Sound guy, you got to be fired, dude. But you're a volunteer, aren't you? I'll buy you a pint later.
There you go.
My
Becca.
favourite character.
Oh, he's not going to turn mine on now.
I think, yeah, turn his off for the rest of the interview. Who else did I like? I loved. There was some. I really liked the girl that played Helen, who played Florence Nightingale. I thought she was really, really great, and she was fun to
Yeah.
work with. I like Jazz, who plays Henry Green. Our
Yeah.
scenes were fun. Who else? Oh, Chris Holden Reed, who plays Starrick. Those were fun scenes at the end. Were we?
Get cozy. Get cozy. It's
Please.
I'm slightly hungover
Now
as
I
it
feel
is.
like
So.
you're just too close to me, and like your stomach skin is just too revealing. So
Oh,
please
you
move.
love my stomach skin.
Any more questions from the crowd?
Firstly, I'm a huge fan of Murdoch Mysteries, and
Yay.
secondly, what was the scene that made you just what's the word break character? Favorite scene that made you break
In
character?
Assassin's Creed?
Yes.
That made us what? As in, break out of character or break. Well, hopefully that didn't happen too often, but so no, we had a few laughs, didn't we?
It's difficult for me because I basically am Jacob Fry, so it was almost impossible for me to break character.
I actually feel like you brought more of Jacob even outside of. You just didn't really lose it, did you? Like,
No.
He had nicknames for everyone and was
Yeah,
practically
I did.
mean to everybody.
I did.
and
I nicknamed everybody. We had this guy, when we do motion capture, you wear this helmet, and it has a video camera on the front of it, and it attaches to your head, and they have to like adjust it, and it hurts after a while. And I nicknamed this guy Skull Crusher Steve. And then the guys actually had these skull T-shirts made with the headsets on and with Skull Crusher Steve on it. And he's still got that nickname in the studio, Skull Crusher
he
Steve.
seriously did skull crush us.
And it
there.
is. It's like it's crushing your skull. It's really painful. I don't recommend going into this work at all.
Well, I heard you guys got up to some antics, and there's something called Assassin's Creed speed dating. Is that right? What's
I
that
have
about?
never heard this.
Who told you this?
I read it somewhere, maybe.
You read it?
Please let me know. I don't know what this
We had
is.
Assassin's Creed the musical.
The musical.
Yeah.
That might be part of it.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed speed dating. I want to know what this is, though. We
could
weren't
start
part of
that.
this.
No, I wasn't part of that.
No.
Maybe
No.
this was an underground Templar
Yeah.
thing.
I was part of Assassin's Creed the musical, but not the speed dating. Yeah.
Should we get one more question from the crowds? Yeah.
Oh, it had to be. It
Isn't it?
had to be. Let's
I'm
see that
so-
face.
If you
I'm so
could
scared.
Take your mask off. Let's see what's underneath there.
It's not going to come off now.
Oh, here we go.
Then we reveal it's like one of our family members.
It's Old Man Marley.
if you could design your own computer game, what genre would it be in?
Are these is this on? I don't know if this. Oh, it is on.
I was a big Resident Evil fan until I lost my PS3, and I kind of like that horror genre in computer games. I feel video games really lend themselves to that atmospheric world, and there's been a couple of decent ones of late as well. So yeah, I would go in that in that field. Yeah.
Mine would have to be.
Last of Us is definitely like my favorite game of the last while.
Mine would have to be a cross between action and fast cars, like almost like one of the driving games, but with open world. So a kind of female James Bond, but driving all these
Sounds
different
good.
cars.
Like
Yeah.
GTA.
Yeah, but then with open world, so you'd still have
It is
fighting.
open world.
You do fighting and stuff in that?
Yeah.
Oh.
You could beat up prostitutes in that.
Yeah, actually, that is exactly what I want to do. Just that game, then.
I
Great.
knew you did.
Well, we just got time for a couple more questions. So firstly, if you guys could cosplay anyone, any character, who would you dress up as?
Evie Fry, of course.
Oh my! I would actually love to see that. I would
We
really
would
love
like
to
see
see
it.
that.
Next time you come here,
No.
And
we
you
want
can
to
wear the
see you as Evie
heels.
Fry.
And I could wear the heels and show you my
High
marvelous heel
man
work.
as Evie Fry.
or the Mad Hatter.
I would love to dress up as Wonder Woman. I think that would be fun.
yeah,
Yeah, that would be mine.
it's a good costume. And we are at Comic Con, and Batman vs Superman is coming out soon. So, in that battle, who would you think will win?
I've always been a Batman fan. Since I was tiny, I've had Batman T-shirts and watched Batman. So, I would have to say Batman.
Yeah.
I love Batman.
Well, clearly Batman has kryptonite in his suit now.
Yeah, so he's got something, hasn't he?
Well, that's what that was about, wasn't it?
yeah.
That's the only way you can beat him, isn't it? He's put kryptonite in the suit, so Batman's going to
Batman.
win.
So
Batman
the
all the
Fry
way.
twins think Batman.
Because
will
that's the
win.
thing about Superman. He's nothing when there's kryptonite there. And Batman's worked that out. He's smart.
Well,
Bruce Wayne's smart man.
I want to see who's the best looking underneath the costumes. That'll be the.
You had to take
The
it there,
naked
didn't
Sorry,
you?
I did. Well, you said beating up prostitutes. I had to take it there.
Go back to reading your woman's magazine.
I forgot any women's magazines.
well, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for at the moment. But for the viewers at home, just remember we are running a competition at home for you. So just make sure you check out our Twitter, MCMBuzz. Also follow our YouTube channel at MCMBuzz, and you will win some amazing stuff like this, signed by our very own.
No one wants that.
Signed by Victoria
Trying to
and
give 'em
Paul.
away.
Where's
Thank
yours?
you.
Mine is there. That's not my
Oh,
one. There's
is
an
it
Evie
really?
one
See,
somewhere.
I'm the
It's
kind
over there.
one.
There it is.
Giving away things.
So thank you very much, and give it up and say thank you to our guests, Paul Amos and Victoria Atkin.
Thank you.
It's a good thing I didn't have this before. God knows what I would have said.
Great.